Well, you may remember back in July, 9 News hosted a telethon for Rocky Mountain Honor Flight. This is an organization dedicated to flying every willing and able veteran to Washington, D.C. Well, this morning we're welcoming members of the organization. And of course, we have another very special person who we're going to be bringing in just a minute to present the Rocky Mountain Honor Flight with a check from that telethon. Well, it is a true pleasure to have all of you here this morning. Look, this country is home of the brave. Thanks to you too, veterans. Thank you for being here, and members of the organization that make this trip possible every single year. How is everyone?
Great, great.
Well, I'm going to first start with Walt and Danny. Tell me about serving, which branch you served in, and when that was, and thank you to the both of you.
I had the honor of being the damage control officer on an ammunition ship, the Kilauea AE-26, during the Vietnam War. I served from 68 to 72. We had 2 deployments to Vietnam during that time that stretched out for almost 24 months.
That is incredible. Well, thank you again. I say this all the time. Now, I'm not just saying this because you two are very handsome. I say it all the time. Our vets are what makes this country so amazing. And that brings me to you, Walt. What branch did you serve in, and when was that?
You know, at age 98, I'm probably the senior citizen here today. But at age 17, Pearl Harbor was bombed. 3 days later, I went to a recruiting station and joined the Army Air Corps as an aviation cadet. So that is my branch of service. I ended up as a fighter pilot in World War II, flying P-38 Lightnings.
Wow. And that, again, must have been such a great experience with goods and bads and all kinds in between for the both of you. So very happy to have you here. I want to talk to you, Dale. You are also, I hear, a veteran, is that correct?
I am, retired Air Force.
Well, thank you as well. And talk to me about Honor Flight, because being a veteran yourself, this program has got to mean so much to you.
Yes, it's very special to me. It seemed like a calling for me, and that's been years now. Our typical honor flights, we try to do 4 of them a year, depending on different things that are going on. We try to do in April and May, and then September and October. Our typical flights will be 3 days, 2 nights overstay, and then we also will get up early on Friday mornings. Our flights are usually comprised of 54 people. We take 30 vets and 24 guardians, which include medical personnel. We'll get there Thursday night, have a good rest, get everybody rested up for Friday morning. And then Friday morning, we visit all the memorials in honor of all our veterans. We have a nice dinner on Friday night as well. And then Saturday morning, we get up bright and early and go to Arlington National Cemetery for the changing of the guard, which is very special.
Oh,
and
what a neat experience. Yeah. And I'm sure you two enjoyed that thoroughly when you got to go earlier this year.
It was outstanding. We actually got to visit for a few minutes with one of the tomb guards after the ceremony, and it's one of those things that happens once in your lifetime that you'll never forget.
Well, and
it's making me choke up, making my eyes water.
You know what? That is tremendous work there, and to just kind of sum it all in 2 days could be very overwhelming, but at the same time, something that you were a part of. And so, yeah, that is just so great. And Walt, I'm sure for you it was just as emotional and so neat to see all that.
It was a marvelous experience. I think one of the memories I come back with is that they made the veterans there all feel like heroes.
Of course.
Particularly in the homecoming. It was a marvelous event.
Oh my goodness, well you are heroes, that's for sure. And look, if you get emotional, that is okay. You are entitled to do so. All right, Joe, I also want to talk to you because you are a part of Rocky Mountain Honor Flight. Why is this so important? And when you hear these incredible heroes talk about what that meant to them, I mean, that just, it makes me get emotional.
It's an emotional trip for guardians as well as for the veterans. And I feel it's really important that we give our thanks to the veterans and get them there to see their memorials. They earned them. They earned the trip as far as I'm concerned. And it's a good opportunity to say thank you. Most recently, we was taking a few more Vietnam vets, and they didn't get the kind of reception when they came home that the World War II guys got. And so it's good that they get that experience too, because on this trip, they get a lot of thanks.
That's wonderful. Well, we do love our vets here on KUSA. I want to bring in Alan Sandberg with Alpine Bank. He's here to present the check so that this wonderful mission continues to do incredible things. Look at that. I just love it.
The gentleman here and just say thank you for everything that you've done and still do. And certainly a presentation to Rocky Mountain Honor Flight really is something that Alpine Bank tries to do with many veterans groups across the state. But certainly working with this group over the years, it's been my personal pleasure to do that. And you know, it's great to have financial support for an organization, and so I'm glad that Alpine Bank can do that. And thank you for everything that you do
Thank you.
on behalf of the veterans. So
Thank you so much for being with us today. Again, everyone, we just love this mission. So you can also do your part to help those who have served our country. You can visit the monuments and memorials dedicated to that service. Just head to RockyMountainHonorFlight.org to see how you can help the next flight take off.